Hello there. Today's pro-Pally protest gives the entire game away. For these protesters, there is no two-state solution. For them, Israel must be destroyed. As I always suspected, the pro-Pally marches continue despite the peace talks. For them, it was never about Gaza or its children, it was always about the complete destruction of Israel. A ceasefire has been agreed and a peace deal is being brokered, but for these ardent pro-Pally activists, only the total ruination of Israel will be enough to stop the marches. They are still waving their placards and screaming their genocidal chant of "From the river to the sea." They even defaced an RAF World War II memorial. But it was the pro-Israel counter-protesters that were arrested by the police for unfurling a flag near the pro-Pally protest saying, "Globalize Intifada is a call to murder Jews." A statement of fact, as far as I'm concerned. While Nayak Gorbani, the guy that has been seen in the past carrying a placard at these events saying Hamas is terrorist, another factual statement, has been arrested because, I'm told, his mere presence there was provocative. I would say thousands of pro-Pally marchers acting in this disgusting manner during these peace talks is the provocative act. And taking their demands for a return to the 1948 position in the Middle East to a logical conclusion in the face of the fact that the Israelis will defend themselves ferociously, one can only assume, therefore, that these protesters want a massive war waged against Israel to wipe them out. These pro-Pally protesters are warmongers, they are not peace marchers. And I would wager that there are Iranian regime and Qatari handlers and financiers calling the shots here, hoping to keep the battle alive while playing at peace in Gaza. This is one little tactic Trump will have to stamp out, because Starmer will just sit there as usual and do nothing. One can only wonder at the celebrations these pro-Pally people would have engaged in had Hamas and its partners managed to wage their terrorism far deeper and for far longer into Israel on and after the 7th of October. I think the average Brit would have been totally horrified and sickened by them. And here we have these protesters still calling for the total annihilation of a country, even though peace looks a possibility. And they claim to be the peaceful ones. Well, they are not the peaceful ones. My view is that the vast majority of these oxygen thieves want to see more death and slaughter. They don't want it stopped at all. In fact, reports say that this protest's organisers have vowed to continue the marches until what they call a free Palestine is achieved. Seems to me they approve of the horror of the Hamas rule over Gaza and want it spread across the whole region.